to this special show. I'm Tamanna Inamdar. Now, over the last 12 hours or so, we've all been inundated with data of electoral bonds, something that the market and, of course, political watchers were anticipating. I'm going to break down what the big takeaways are of all of this data which has come in, which really enlists 1,277 unique entities who've bought the electoral bond. So let's pull that up. We've sifted through all of that data to bring you the details that matter. The number one donor is a company called Future Gaming, Coimbatore-based, who has donated about 1,368 crore rupees. Remember, this is between the years of 2019 and 2024. This is a Tamil Nadu-based gaming company. Interesting because it's run by someone who calls himself the Lottery King and has had faced raids by IT, ED, investigations by PMLA. Donating to exactly whom, we don't know yet, but at a time when at least his home state in Tamil Nadu had banned gaming. Let me come to Megha Engineering Group, another interesting company, the number two donor. And what we've done is we've collated all their group companies from all of their data and put it together under this one header, because donations were made by this one group under different names as well. What's striking about them, of course, apart from the big infrastructure projects they've bagged across the country, and very prominent ones at that, is that they have a majority stake in a listed company called Electoral. They are at number two in the amount of donors at 1,232 crores. Number three is a Kolkata-based group of companies called MKJ. If you've gone through the list, you will see Keventer Food Park, etc. It's all part of the same group, an affiliated group. They are a realty company into infrastructure, and they're at number three at 573 odd crores. But there are quite a few. There's Qwik Supply. You'll see this name. Very cursory glance at the MCA website will reveal that they are owned by a very large conglomerate. Haldia Engineering at 377 crores, part of the Sanjeev Goenka RPG group. Vedanta at 376 crores is also on the list, as is SL Mining, part of the Aditya Birla Group, at 225 crores. So these are some of the prominent donors. Now, we know the companies that have bought electoral bonds, and frankly, there are many of them that I have not named, simply because there's a whole list of some 1,200 individual entities. One way or the other, this is not saying that they've done anything wrong. Electoral bonds were perfectly legal till the Supreme Court struck them down. The question is who got it. Now, the BJP has more than 50% share of recipients of these bonds. They are, this is data of who is encashed, which of the parties have encashed how many bonds. So the BJP at 6,000 crores. Number two is the TMC, the Trinamool Congress, Mamata Banerjee's party at 1,610 crores. Then you come to the INC, the Congress party at 1,422 crores, followed by the BRS, the party that runs the government in Telangana, at least before the last elections. Of course, they lost the elections. Biju Janata Dal, Naveen Patnaik's party, DMK, MK Stalin's party, and then YSR in Andhra Pradesh. So these are the major recipients of these donations. Now, what we don't know so far is which party got electoral bonds from which company or donor. The Supreme Court has now asked SBI to also provide the unique identification number which comes with each bond, and that will enable those who really want to match these two sets of data and figure out who gave money to whom. So what are the implications then in that case? Why was this such a big deal? For one, inferences will be drawn between order wins and donations. What do I mean by order wins? A lot of companies on the list are in the real estate sector, are in the infrastructure sector. A lot of people will be checking when did they get crucial order wins, from which governments, was it center or state, when did they give bonds, and when were those encashed. All those data sets will be collated. Attempts will be made to also establish links between raids and donations. You're probably already seeing this in a lot of headlines of were these companies which have donated at the receiving end of any ED raid or IT raid, etc. regional parties and location of donors will also be matched. So if there's a Kolkata-based group which is buying a lot of bonds, the inference will be, will the party that runs the West Bengal government, did they really get a lion's share of that? The fact is, and here's what's important, as of this moment, it's nearly impossible to definitively link any kind of quid pro quo, that someone bought an electoral bond, a corporate or an entity, and gave it to a particular party for a certain reason. And that at the end of it is why there was a shout and a move for transparency on this. Now, having said that, how do we take this further? Will this be a huge issue ahead of the elections? Will this have an impact on the way political donations are made, and what does it mean for corporates?